Hello everybody, I am Collector Coin. Today I will show you my gold coin collection. The first gold coin is Austrian Ducat. Let me get better lighting. It is 1855, which means it's a non-restrike, and it's in fairly good condition. And this coin, if I recall correctly, it's before the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, and it's in fairly good condition. Let me get in a little closer. Now you can see the double eagle design and everything. The second coin is a Peru de Sols Oro. Let me get closer. Let me focus. It is 90% gold, and this one is struck in 1963. Now, I'm not sure if these were ever issued for circulation, and I highly doubt they were. However, I personally feel like, how would I say? However, I personally believe they were struck as bullion and were never minted for circulation. This, however, is a little bit special. It's ex-jewelry and it's cleaned, but it's a Vatican 1933-1934 100 lira. Now, these things are very hard to find. But, like, I got this for a very good price, and it's unique. Not my favorite, but I find it really unique. This, however, is from Peru again. And this is a 1 Libra. This one is 1918. It's fairly, how should I say, right now they trade at bullion value, maybe a little bit above. However, I personally feel like these will have like a good potential because Peru is a fast growing economy. And usually fast growing economies will soon have like their coin value usually grows. This is what we see from India, China, and Thailand. And this stuff was actually issued as a trade coinage, even during 1918 as well. Like they were never issued really for mass circulation, so they're fairly easy to find because not much was like, how would I explain it? It wasn't necessarily destroyed in vast quantities, so they are fairly easy to find since most of them were just hoarded away. This one is rather special. This is a bullion token from India. Like a local company minted these things as a trade. You can see like the purity right beside here, and it's 1 tola, which is like which is an Indian unit for like 11 grams, a little bit over 11 grams. And you can see the company MS Manilal Chimanlal Co. Bombay. This thing is very hard to find, and I was lucky to be able to find it at a very good price. Let me see what's the next. The next coin, oh, this is one of my favorites. It's a Rhodesia 1966 10 shillings. Now, in 1966, as a way to commemorate the Unilateral Declaration of Independence, Rhodesia minted a set of gold coins, and this is the most common one, the 10 shillings. They minted also in the £1 and £5 ones, but those two are really hard to find, and honestly, even the 10 shillings are exceptionally hard to find. They're exceptionally expensive, but I got this one for a good price as well. This one is a half Libra. Now, the half Libras are surprisingly harder to find than the 1 Libras possibly because they were not issued for circulation and only charged trade, and half Libras are honestly like harder to do trades with, so they weren't issued in vast quantities. Like this one, for example, only has 8,000 minted, but it's still a beautiful little coin. This one is let me see. I think it's a 20 souls gold coin. And also, like, similar to the 5 souls I showed before, it is mainly issued as bullion, not really for circulation. And so it's fairly easy to find these in excellent condition. And this one, a Hungarian gold coin. This is a 50 foreign gold coin. You can see like the communist Hungary like symbols and everything. Now this one here is really special because of who is commemorating. This Dr. Semmelweis, I think, is a Hungarian doctor that is like that is known to be one of the first doctors to advocate for washing hands, which at that time saved a lot of pregnant women, because at that time doctors don't wash their hands, and honestly that caused a lot of deaths. And he was the first to advocate. Now he had a tragic death later because nobody believed him, but at least he got commemorated on a coin, so I guess that's a little consolation, but still a tragic story. And I really respect him. Let me see. And here's Netherlands 5 gulden. Now this stuff are not that easy to find because they usually carry a premium, and also like unlike the 10 and 20 guldens, there were very few of these issued. However, I was lucky to find one of these. And also 20 francs, arguably the first like unified coinage. What I mean by unified coinage is like the coinage that like has been used in multiple countries or widely recognized. The 20 franc is arguably the first one due to how brilliant and how influential Napoleon and his rules, like the Napoleonic Code and the decimal system and others, were influential. Now, these coins, these 20 francs, has Napoleon's bust on them, and they're fairly cheap to find because they're so common. However, sometimes they do carry a premium because of like the Napoleon coins. The next coin I'm going to show you is a Napoleon coin, but slightly harder to find. Napoleon Italy. This is an 1809 Milan issue, 20 lira. You can see like Regno d'Italia, 20 lira. And honestly, to find these is not as easy as you would hope. They're still fairly common, but still they are not as easy to find as 20 francs as I hope. Let me see. Next coin I could show you is 20 yen. This coin is exceptionally rare. Not because of the mint or everything, but Japanese gold in general are very hard to find, especially the larger ones. So to be able to find one of these for a very cheap price is actually surprising. And this one is ex-jewelry and is cleaned, but for what I paid for, it's basically worth it. Here's 10 francs. Now, the Swiss minted 10 and 20 francs. And usually the 20 francs are more popular, but the 10 francs usually carry more of a premium because they are honestly harder to find. And here you can see like the standard like Helvetia design you see on the 20 francs. But like, and the reverse is just like a standard 10 franc design, 1913, fairly common. And me see what's next. And also 2 coins at the same time. These two might look fairly similar, but they're actually from different eras of Italy. And this one is from Sardinia. This one is the Unified Italy. This one is from Sardinia. Sorry, this is from Unified Italy, and the Sardinia one is a little bit special because if you see the H, let me get closer. If you see the H, it's actually supposed to be a 2, Vittorio Emanuele II. However, the engraver was foreigner and he accidentally engraved it as H. So this is an early era, which was later caught and like fixed. So it's nice. This one is a slightly rarer date. It is 1881. And it is like, usually the common you see is 1882. So to see anything other than 1882 is a good thing, I suppose. Next, I will show you my Russian gold. So this is 1895 rubles. And honestly, what's special about this is that it's not a Nicholas II gold coin. It's actually Alexander III. Now, Nicholas II and Alexander III was one of the few, like, I suppose, one of the few Russian monarchs to have their faces on gold coins. And Alexander III coins are usually exceptionally hard to find, so I was lucky to find this one. And let me see, what's my next? Here's some American gold coins I have. I don't particularly collect them because usually just very expensive, but I found these two that I really liked. This is a $2.50 gold coin. This is a $1 Lady Liberty gold coin. And this thing is my smallest gold coin I have. It's absolutely tiny. Look, I can't even fit my finger. I can't even fit my finger on there. And the $2.50 is honestly like a very nice little coin, and I absolutely love the design. I personally think it's gorgeous. Here's a Liechtenstein 20 francs. It is minted in 1946, and honestly, I'm pretty surprised with this coin because honestly, it was just shortly after the war, and they produced gold coin where everybody was dirt broke, but they minted it anyway. And I personally find it very neat compared to like the earlier ones or the later ones. Because the earlier ones cost the arm and leg. The later ones, they're not that easy to find, and also I don't like their design. I don't particularly like the design of this one as well, but it's mine. Let me see what should I show next. Oh yeah, here's a German Prussian gold coin. This is 1873, the first year of issue. And this is Wilhelm I, the first German emperor. I mean, like, of the German Reich. And you can see some die cracks on the side, but it's a fairly neat coin, I would say so. Here's another French coin. This is 1850, like 20 francs. This is from the Second Republic, didn't last very long. And it's a neat little coin, in my opinion. And honestly, like, I feel like these are a little bit undervalued, but like they are still fairly common. And this one is a Costa Rica 20 columns, and you can see the design of like the Costa Rica coat of arms. And on the obverse, it's surprisingly no one other than Christopher Columbus on the coin. This is actually commemorating like Christopher Columbus' discovery of America, which is very ironic which is very interesting considering the fact that, as we know now, Christopher Columbus isn't a particularly nice guy towards the native population. Oh yeah, and I forgot these gold coins. These coins are Soviet Chernovets. Now these things has a special history about them. Like, they was first minted in 1923 as a guarantee, like the government's money was stable. Before then, they had high inflation. But later they were stopped. They were only minted for 1 year and very limited quantities. But in 1975, they were minted again to compete with the Krugerrands. And also, like, interestingly, they still maintain the old reverse. They are fairly unique little coins and very hard to find, and I was lucky to get such vast quantities of them. And here's a Mexican restrike, 2.5. I think it's what this is. I think it's 2.5 pesos. Yeah, I think it's 2.5 peso. This is a restrike, but I personally, like, my friend gave this to me and I kept it ever since. Here's a Spanish. Like, this has been minted in Barcelona. This is 80 reals, minted in 1841. It's clean, there's damage, but Spanish gold usually carry a premium, so like, I bought it. And here's a 10 kroner from Denmark. It's a 10 kroner. Like, nothing particularly unique about it, I would say. Now, don't kill me, people from Denmark, but sorry. Here is Iran. I forgot the denomination. However, I think it's a half real, I think. Sorry, I really don't know. Forgot the denomination. And this one is like before the Iranian Revolution. So you can see like the king offers on there. And finally, South African gold. The 1 pound and half pound. And this was minted during the South African Republic. And honestly, I find these pretty neat, and I always pick them up whenever I can. And honestly, they're not too expensive, but they're still fairly hard to find. Except the half pound. The half pounds are usually fairly expensive because they didn't mint them in vast quantities. And finally, British and Australian gold. The first is a Sydney Mint Sovereign. Now, this has a unique reverse and is always slightly lighter colored than the normal sovereigns because they also had silver in there, which means these are slightly a little bit more valuable, not much. And also a 1824 half sov. Now, these stuff are not that hard to find, but it's still like carry a slight premium, and honestly they're fairly neat. And finally, the 1817 sovereign. This is a hard piece to find, and mine is damaged, but they usually cost a lot more. And this is the first modern sovereign, and it has one of the most beautiful reverses of a gold coin. And honestly, I really like this piece, one of the prides of my collection. And that's it. That's all my gold coins. Thank you everybody for watching my video, and I hope to see you soon.